Hello and welcome. This is Saturday News at Noon. I'm your host, Keith Lander, coming to you out of the Tabernacle Baptist Church studios right here in Dayton, Ohio. Welcome and welcome all. I appreciate all the comments from the last show. Hopefully you can write some comments about this show. I read them all and I try to like them all. I go down each one of them and like it. Whatever you say, I'll put the like button, let you know I read it. On today's show, we have a special guest, two special guests that is. We have Jacqueline Shine. Hello, Jackie.
Hello.
And we also have Dan Pearl III.
Good evening.
Well, welcome to the show. Now, Jacqueline Shine, Jackie, you're the owner of VJap Fashion, All About Greeks store. So can you tell us a little bit about VJap Fashion?
Okay, VJap Fashion has been in business now for 16 years. We are a women's boutique that caters to women in the fashion industry. We also have jewelry and VJap All About Greeks. We have branched out to take fashion into the Greek world, which is the Black Divine Nine organization. As you can see, I am a Delta. I have on my Delta dress, and this is one of our dress lines that we have.
Okay, and Dan, you also have a booth in VJap Fashion. And what do you have at your booth there, Dan?
My small business is 3D Creations, and it was started 10 years ago with a young fellow who was in my 4-H club, and it was a way for me to express my faith and extend my faith by doing craft work. I had the opportunity to go back to school and finish up my degree at the Wilberforce University. And while I was there, another one of the things that I always wanted to do was to join a fraternity, Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated, to be more precise, and I got a chance to do that. And from joining the organization, I have gotten into being part of doing the Divine Nine products and crafts and paddles. And Jackie was more than gracious enough to help me out in those endeavors.
Now, Jackie, I know a lot of businesses have, gone under since the COVID-19 has hit this area. How have you adjusted your business for the COVID-19?
I have went online, and online has worked for our boutique. We do more online. We do have a establishment that you can walk in and shop, which is at 4819 Salem Avenue, across the street from Maria Joseph. But we basically do more online, and that's what we have converted to since the COVID.
Okay, so how do people contact you or get to the online site that you just mentioned?
VJapFashion.com.
Okay, y'all got that? VJapFashion.com. That's VJAP Fashion.com. So don't hesitate. Dan, now you do custom gifts also, is that right?
That is correct. I started off doing custom photo frames and crafts, and have expanded to doing not only the crafts like paddles, wedding gifts, jewelry, and we've even started doing some educational programming ideas and stuff like that with my fiance, who is a administrator at Northridge High School.
Okay. Now, Jackie, if somebody wanted to get in contact with you, is there a number they can call, or you drop by the store or go online and drop you a line? How can they get in contact with you?
The number is 937-287-9346, and you can also reach us at VJap Fashion on Facebook. We do have products on Facebook, VJap Fashion on Facebook.
And Dan, same thing. How can people get in contact with you if they want to have something, craft made or something in Greek? How do they contact you?
My website is my nickname, Dan III. It is danthird.net. You can contact me. My number is area code 937-244-9783. And you can contact me by email at 3dc@danthird.com.
Okay.
.net.
.net. Okay, we'll probably put that on the screen also, so people, you can write that down and contact Dan or Jackie at either one of those sites that they just gave. Now, Jackie, the VJap fashion, what does VJap, what does that stand for?
It basically stands for Vanessa, Jackie, Ava, and Pam. And I took 3 people that was working with me in this business, and I took their initials and made VJap Fashion, which is Vanessa, Jackie, Ava, and Pam.
Okay, and I understand, Jackie, you do some mentoring too with your business and what you've learned to help out others?
Well, basically, Dan came to me, and I really didn't know him, to be honest. I do know his fiancée because she's a Delta, and they walked into the store, and then they walked back out, and then they came back, and then that's when he approached me. So I will let Dan tell you the story about that.
Go ahead, Dan.
Well, Keith, really wanted to take the opportunity to say thank you to Mrs. Shine. In these hard times, I know when small businesses were going under, and I was actually trying to make contact with other organizations or different people on Facebook, and nobody would ever return my phone calls. When we stopped into her shop, we looked around, and yes, we did walk out, and then that little voice on the inside of me says, no, go back in here and talk to her. And I went back in and I talked to her, and I know so many times we hear in our community about that crawfish mentality where one of us would get to the top of the bucket and the other person would pull them back down. But in these hard times and stuff like that, this wonderful lady actually extended the hand of help and has been helping me to achieve my dream of owning my own business, expanding my business. And I just want to take the time to say thank you. And you know, even with these hard times in COVID and you hear all of these bad stories and stuff like that, I wanted to share this good story of somebody in our community who reached down and helped bring somebody up.
And that's basically what it's all about. You know, if we can't help out each other, man, we're gonna be in bad shape. You know, whether it's business, whether it's any other aspect of life. You know, we all gonna need some help every once in a while, and I appreciate you know, Jackie opened up her store, and you, Dan, for the crafts and the things that you do and provide for the public. And people, y'all need to support these businesses. We always say we want to hear black businesses, and we want black businesses, and when we get black businesses, it's a little support. So come out and support these businesses. That's why I bring them on and showcase them, so that y'all can go and support them. Mm-hmm. Now, Jackie, you mentioned that you have clothes in the sorority, fraternities, and that kind of thing, but you also have other fashion there too, right?
Yes, we do women apparel.
Women apparel. Now, you get the accessories and all that stuff, right?
Correct.
Okay. So y'all look that up. Y'all give them the location of the store. Now, what's your store hours? Are you open now because of the COVID?
We are open Tuesday to Saturday from 12 to 5 o'clock, Tuesday to Saturday.
Okay, and Dan, you also there at those times too?
I'm not there physically. I do have some items there to where you can come in and order different items or purchase different items there also.
Okay, so that's good. So hopefully, your traffic will be coming through the door because we always say we want to support black businesses. Let's see. So the All Things Greek. Now that caters to the fraternities and sororities, and am I correct on that?
Correct. The Divine Nine.
Divine Nine. There you go. So all you folks out there who belong to these fraternities and sororities, you know where to come and you know where to get some good quality items. Mm-hmm. So let's see. I don't think I left out anything. Give the location of the store one more time, Jackie, so that people will remind people where you're located.
4819 Salem Avenue, across the street from Maria Joseph.
Okay, so y'all know where Maria Joseph is, right across the street. So y'all get there and support Jackie VJap Fashion and All About Greek. Let's see, I think I've covered most of the things. I might have forgotten anything, but if I did forget something, this would be the opportunity to say it. So did I forget anything, Jackie, that you want to bring up that I didn't bring up?
No, I think you hit
Okay,
everything.
I got you. Okay, Dan, did I bring up anything else? Did I forget to bring up something that should have been brought up?
No, I just wanted to, again, thank Ms. Shine for the opportunity to expand my business, and also that I have started to create some other items and stuff like that that are specifically tailored to the Tabernacle Baptist Church. Those items can be seen at the store or on the website. Again, that's www.danthird.net.
Okay, did y'all hear that now? He said he has designed items just for Tabernacle Baptist Church. Now, you can't get a business that do that for you. Now, thank you, Dan, for doing that. And hopefully the church members and those who support the Tabernacle Baptist Church will get there and, see what you have and purchase something. So, with that, make sure you go out and you support these black businesses, y'all. We always talk about supporting. So, this is your opportunity. Jackie, I thank you for coming to the show. I thank you also, Dan. And who knows, we get the show up and running. We may, after the COVID-19 leave, we may do a on-the-spot one Saturday, whichever, at your location. Thank you.
Thank you, Keith, for having us.
Thank you.
All right. And we'll be going to the next part of the show, and we'll see you on the other side. Okay, now, y'all know what time it is now. It's time for the scam report, a scam alert, I should say. Scam alert. And this one's deal with credit cards. And I'm pretty sure if you hadn't got a call about credit cards and lowering your interest rate reduction. Folks, most of the time that is a scam, and this is by the Federal Trade Commission. Now, these are robocalls, and you probably pick up the phone and they say, hey, we can lower your interest rate on your Visa or MasterCard and that kind of thing. Do not give out your information to these people or call them back. Right? Because it's a scam. Remember I told you about the last scam, about the auto warranty scam? Well, now they do it with this credit card reduction scam. It's all a scam. If your credit card company is going to reduce your rates, you can call them yourself and try to get your rate reduced on your own. You don't have to pay anybody to do this. These people, they either want you to pay out some money to help you reduce your credit card rate, or they're going to scam you out of some money. Either one is bad, all right? And what they trying to do, you can do it on your own. You can call your credit card company and you can, start negotiation, try to get your rate lowered. You can say, hey, I've been paying this bill, I've paid you off and all this kind of thing. You can reduce the interest rate. So don't call these people back. And matter of fact, you can get your name on a do not call registry, which I didn't know. It's a do not call registry. And it's do not call.gov is the registry. And you can do it on your cell phone or at the house. And you can put your number in. And you can block probably most of these calls. One or two I may get through, but you can block them. I'll give you the website one more time. It's do not call.gov. And they also have a phone number you can call if you want to get on this block registry. It's 1-888-382-1222. I'll give it to you again. 1-888-382-1222. So you might want to check that out and get your name on the registry so you can block these robocalls from coming in and bothering you all day long. Now, back to some local news. We got some good news, folks. I know you heard of the Gem City Market. Well, Gem City Market is set the grand opening on May the 12th. Now, Gem City Market is located down on the lower end of Salem, which you probably know where that is. It's a co-op market where you buy shares into the market and you become part owner. I'm assuming you get discounts and this kind of thing. A lovely place. I've driven by there several times. Haven't been inside. I'll be there on the 12th and taking note of what's going on. So Gem City Market. It was a long time in the coming. I appreciate all the hard work that the individuals and put into it to bring this thing to fruition. And so appreciate the city and everybody else, all the businesses that came together. We can do it, y'all. And Gem City Market is evidence that we can do whatever we want to set our mind to do, we can get it done. So congratulations, Gem City Market, all those working in. You can go to the grand opening on May the 12th. Maybe I'll see you there. Trotwood is doing some good things. Trotwood has a multi-million-dollar senior living development slated for Trotwood. And this is good news. This is according to the Date Daily News. The proposed multi-million-dollar senior living development could help Trotwood with a large aging population, city leaders say. Trotwood Council recently approved the rezoning of a 2.59 acre parcel of land, and that used to be an old gas station on Main Street. And so actually it's going to have 70 senior lofts apartments there, which is good, because that's good housing. So the Mary McDonald of Trotwood, keep doing what you're doing. The city staff, y'all keep doing what you're doing, because y'all bringing business and some amenities to Trotwood. And another good story from Trotwood. Trotwood unveils plan for a new 85-acre industrial park. Now this is going to be nice. It's an industrial park. Mary McDonald said this presents an exciting opportunity for the city of Trotwood, and we look forward to bringing new businesses and creating living wage jobs for our residents through this collaboration. The collaboration is with Gated Properties Global. It's a development. They're going to develop and plan an industrial park on an existing 62-acre lot in Trotwood Commerce Park. So Trotwood is doing their thing. They doing some things, and I appreciate that, because Trotwood went through some difficult times, just like any other municipality, but they seem to be rebounding very well. So congratulations, Trotwood. Congratulations also to the mayor, Mary McDonald, to the city staff. Appreciate your hard work, and keep it up. I'm pretty sure the Trotwood citizens appreciate what you're doing also. And I don't even live in Trotwood, but hey, I appreciate what they're doing. Thanks. And some national news. You heard of Ahmaud Arbery. You remember Ahmaud Arbery, the young man down in Georgia who was out for a run. Some gentlemen pulled up on him in a truck. Things escalated, and they wind up shooting and killing Ahmaud Arbery. Well, they have been charged now with hate crime. And along with the other charges that they got against these individuals, it's become a hate crime at this point. And so hopefully these men will go to jail for a long time. The other charges, they're facing murder and aggravated assault in Georgia. So hopefully these individuals will go to jail for a very long time, because they don't need to see another day of freedom, as far as I'm concerned, when a young man is just running, taking a jog in his neighborhood, and they roll up on him and start questioning him, and then all of a sudden they winds up shooting and killing him. It's a shame. I don't know where these people get off doing that, but hopefully the justice system will take care of these folks, and they'll never see another free day. Remember I told you about some of these laws that are being passed to give immunity to running over protesters? Well, it happened again, folks. I don't know what these people are thinking about, but obviously in Oklahoma and also Florida, these people are passing laws that will give immunity to a driver of a vehicle if the protest is in the street and the vehicle is blocking the road. If the driver feels like he's threatened for any kind of shape, way, or form, he has the lawful ability to drive through the protesters and just run them over and get away with it. Immunity. That's what these states are being proposed. They're proposing these stupid bills for whatever reason. I have no idea, because it don't make any sense. If people are protesting and it spills out on the street and you driving down the street, you should have no right to run your car through those protesters and then not be charged. So hopefully maybe the Justice Department can look into this thing, because I don't think that's where we should be going. In these states who come up with these pieces of legislations, it's not necessary. If you're not being harmed, then what's the wait? Turn around and go a different direction. But anyway, that's what they're doing. Florida has it now, and I think, what was the other state? I mentioned Florida and also Oklahoma. So there you go, folks. That's what these people are working on, pieces of legislation like this, instead of trying to aid and uplift folks in their states, because some of these states are dealing with poverty and infant mortality and hunger, and people need some jobs and this kind of thing, and yet they're going to come up with a piece of legislation that you can run over protesters and get immune to it. John Lewis Voting Rights Act. I know a lot of y'all probably heard about who John Lewis is and was, but what happened when John Lewis helped pass the Civil Rights Act. And part of that Civil Rights Act, there was a clause in there that said that if a state wanted to change, if a state had historical record for discrimination, and racial hostilities, that if they wanted to change their voting procedure, then they had to contact the Justice Department to get that cleared. But what happened was the Supreme Court came along in 2013, and they got rid of that piece of language in the Voting Rights Act, which gave these states now the power to create all kind of voter ID, voter requirements, limitation on drop boxes, what we see down in Georgia and other parts of the country what these people are doing, which I conclude, and a lot of people conclude, is voter suppression. Well, see, now they have a John Lewis Voting Rights Act to restore that. And all these people went to John Lewis. When John Lewis died, they said all these good things. You've seen all these politicians, oh, yeah, we love John Lewis. John Lewis, he was a courageous man. He did this, he did that. But when the piece of legislation come up and it passed in the House and it's over in the Senate, they don't seem to share that same accolades for this John Lewis voting rights. And so you have to ask yourself, why? Why are you trying to make it harder to vote? We all know there was very limited voter fraud. As a matter of fact, the cases I've seen on voter fraud was from the party that come up with all these voter suppression laws. So I'm just keeping it real, folks. You can look it up. Hopefully we get more support for the John Lewis Voting Rights Act, because that way we can stop some of this voter suppression measures that's going on. And it already has passed the House and it's over to the Senate, and we're going to see what they do with it. That's why your vote is important, because when you send people to Washington, or you send people to the State House, or you send people to City Hall, you can't send people in these places that don't like government. And so if these people are going and taking these positions, whether it be Congress, whether it be City Commission, whether it be mayor, whether it be state legislature, if they don't like government, guess what, folks? You know who represents the government? Us. And so when you send these people there and they say we don't like government, what they're telling you is we don't like the people government represents. And so how can you be in a position like that and create pieces of legislation that's going to benefit all folk, everybody? So keep that in mind next time you go to the polls. We'll be going back to the polls here in November pretty soon. We'll be going back. So make sure you understand, if these people say they don't like government, and if they say they don't like government helping people, and if they say that government shouldn't be involved in X, Y, Z, well, ask yourself why. The role of government is to help folk, help us. That's where our tax dollars go. And so I just wanted to clear that up. You remember Dante Wright. Dante Wright is a young man that got killed in the hands of the police. Well, the Kansas City Women's Soccer League down in Kansas City, they kicked off their home opener. And they had on T-shirts that said justice for Dante Wright. And that caught my eye, because here's a soccer team in Kansas City that the young ladies came out with the T-shirt on and said justice for Dante Wright. And also, I see other sports franchises such as the NBA, even NASCAR, and other sports franchises come out with Black Lives Matters, shirts and show support. So it gives me hope that we can make sure that Black lives do really matter. It's not just a slogan, but it's an act. And those who try to eliminate and kill black folks who are unarmed will be punished and suffer the consequences for it, because it's long overdue. And I appreciate all those sports franchises for doing that. Even NASCAR had said that you couldn't fly that Confederate flag in the infield of those tracks. So I appreciate what NASCAR is doing. I appreciate what the soccer leagues are doing, and NBA and baseball also. They do some stuff with it says Black Lives Matter. So that's where we need to go, folks. It needs to be more than just a conversation. We need to have action. If all we do is just talk and no action, we get nowhere. We have to have some dialogue, and then after the dialogue, we have to get busy and making sure that all people are treated the same. That's all we're asking for. Treat us the same. So that's what I try to get in people's head. When we say Black Lives Matter, and then folks want to do some other stuff. But we have to understand, we're in this thing together, and the only way we're going to improve it is together. And we can do that. I believe we can do that. We can improve race relations if the effort's there. And you're going to have the talking heads, and they're going to say otherwise. Some of these people make a whole lot of money off of our division. A whole lot of money off our division. The more we divide it, the more those folks in these outlets make money. The more we together, it drowns them out. I think we can do it more together. We can get more done together than we can apart. So I'm going to close this show. I appreciate you watching. Don't forget to drop me a line. I'll make sure I tag it and say I like it, whatever it is. Even if I don't like it, I'll say I like it. So drop me a line. I appreciate your viewing. Until next time, may God bless you and your family.